All right, welcome back. So today we're going to be looking at Unit 2, Lesson 1. So that's what these notes are for. One-step equations. Now, I know you've been doing one-step equations for probably at this point 3 to 4 years. However, I'm still going to go through it with you guys as if it was the first time you'd ever seen this concept. The main idea behind solving a one-step equation is to undo whatever is happening to the variable. Addition undoes subtraction, vice versa. Multiplication undoes division, vice versa. So if you're adding something to x, you want to undo that by subtracting that same number. If you're taking a variable and dividing it by something, you would undo that by multiplying. And that last one is the one that proves pretty tricky for kids. So for example, if we had an equation like 4x equal to 12, this is x being multiplied by 4. So you'd undo this by dividing. And when you divide, you need to divide by the same thing you're multiplying x by. So if you divide the left-hand side by 4, well, 4x's divided by 4 gives you 1x. On the right-hand side, 12 divided by 4 gives you 3. Now, when it shows up like this, in this particular equation, y divided by 7 equal to negative 3, tends to baffle students sometimes. In this case, we have y being divided by 7, so you would need to undo this by multiplying both sides by 7. Now, when you multiply the left-hand side, you're multiplying it as a fraction, so it's 7 over 1 times y, which would give you 7y divided by 7, which, just like before, is just 1y. On the right-hand side, when you multiply by 7, it turns into negative 21. So let's take a look at a few more examples of this. The first one here, x plus 10 is equal to negative 32. I want you to try this on your own, so pause the video here. Try to solve it on your own. No, really. Pause the video and try this on your own. Alright, so to solve this, you would need to subtract 10 from both sides. So that would give you x is equal to whatever negative 32 minus 10 is. In this case, that would be negative 42. So get another one here. Here we've got negative 12 plus y is equal to negative 8. So we're adding a negative 12 to it. So this is y plus negative 12. So to get rid of it, we need to subtract negative 12. And that's kind of important that you think of it that way. Subtracting negative 12 is one of those things where you have the double negative. And so the minus negative turns into plus positive. So you're adding 12 to both sides. So in this case, the negative 12 on the left would cancel. And on the right, when you add 12 to it, you would end up with y is equal to 4. And I totally forgot to give you guys time to do that on your own that time. All right. This one I'm totally going to have you guys pause for a second. It's got a fraction, 2 fractions even. I know. Don't freak out. You'll even get a fraction in your answer. Don't freak out. I want to see if you guys can try this on your own. So pause the video, copy this into your notebook, and just try. All right, so from here, you would need to undo dividing by 5. So if you multiply both sides by 5 over 1, which is what 5 is as a fraction, on the left, 5a divided by 5 is just 1a, or a. And then on the right, 2 times 5 is 10, 10 divided by 3. Now there's a few different ways that you can write that. First of all, I'm totally fine if you leave it as an improper fraction, so long as it's reduced. So 10 over 3 is a reduced improper fraction. I'm fine with that. You can make it a mixed number by finding how many times 3 goes into 10. It goes in 3 times with 1 left over, which means it's 3 and 1/3. Totally fine with it as a mixed number. And the last way that I would be fine with it is as a decimal, but this last one is trickiest. If you're going to write 10/3 as a decimal, you need to make sure that you're being consistent with your decimal. So it should be 3.3 with a bar over it repeating, not just 3.3. 3.3 repeating. There's a difference between those two. All right, so the assignment for this is in the back of the room. I think it's evens only on this one. So yeah, good luck. Enjoy your day.